Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video, as you guys know that for season 14 Color Cup, which is actually a new Great League Cup which I've started, and this is going to be the first team that I have used for this cup, and the team is going to be really good with a super core of Toxapex and Trevenant over here. So in this cup, only fire, water, grass and electric typings are allowed. No particular bans are there, to which I found out, and I think already couple of content creators have already shared this team, but I wanted to play this in my way, to which the team consists of Toxapex in the lead, which is a super bulky part poison and part water typing Pokemon, which is really good for this meta, along with which I am pairing it up with Trevenant and Gourgeist over here. So it's going to be a ABB line, with Trevenant and Gourgeist being both weak to fire and fire, flying and poison as well, neutral to poisons, to which my strategy is to lure out a potential counter to that with my Trevenant. And Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball and Seed Bomb does really good against this whole meta over here, to which this is the thing that I had. So if I can lure out that counter, my Gourgeist can sweep in the end game. So that is the thought process that I had while building this team up. And without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the first battle. With the first battle, I pick up a lead against Roserade over here, to which they safe swaps into their own Empoleon. So as they're safe swapping into their Empoleon, I believe that this is going to be a double water lineup, double water ABB lineup, to which they goes for the first Hydro Cannon and not Seed Drill Peck, to which I'll be shielding up that first, and now I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which puts this Empoleon in a farm down range and gives me free energy right now, to which now I've got a loaded Shadow Ball. So I don't want them to call one more Shadow Ball, one more Seed Bomb over here, which will be doubled instead. Rather, I'll be going for the next Shadow Ball that guarantees the first shield from my opponent's end, and my opponent got greedy and overfarmed in this scenario, letting me to get to the next Shadow Ball, which does knock out the Roserade over here. And I was actually correct, because they have got Lantern in the back, which does recognize their feat and top lifts the game over here in the first match. So GG's. Moving into the second battle, I pick up a lead against Trevenant of their own, which is fine because I was counting correctly. So this is going to be 5 Shadow Claws, which ends up being a Seed Bomb, and it's neutral right now. It's not super effective because of the part poison typing. And now I'll be going for the next Sludge Wave of my own, which lands for super hard neutral damage, because how fragile Trevenant is, to which I can easily take one more Seed Bomb of my own, and now they comes back with their own grass type, which is going to be their Venusaur over here once again, to which now I'll be going for the next bait over here with Seed Bomb, to which I get the first shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice. And now from this kind of range, I can easily go for one more Shadow Ball, letting the first Sludge Bomb go through, and to which now I'll be coming back. They will be coming back with their own Toxapex once again. So this is almost a same lineup rather than ABB. It's a ABA team style to grass actually, and the final Pokemon is they are having access to is a Toxapex. So Toxapex does well against these grass ghost types, but it is not that much attack with it, so it have to tank almost 2 Shadow Balls over here. And if you guys can see, I do have one more shield left with my own Gourgeist as well. So Gourgeist will be putting up the shield over here, which ends up being a brine, but I am not too much concerned with it, because I can easily go for one more Shadow Ball, which hurts this Toxapex a lot for neutral damage. And again, once I'll be outplacing them once again to the next Seed Bomb over here before they could reach to the next Sludge Wave, getting the knockout. And I believe they have top left the game over here, but yeah, the Seed Bomb went through, getting the knockout for the Toxapex and giving me the win for the second battle here as well. Moving to the next battle, I pick up a good lead this time against the Talonflame over here. So Talonflame is really good for this meta as well, because all you have to watch out is for water and electric. So there is not too much electric type, rather than this lanterns, water types like Swampert or maybe Toxapex, but Twitch, if you can cover that, it is also a good pick for this cup, but it's on the fragile end. To which now, since they swaps into their own lantern over here, I will be hard responsing them with my own Trevenant over here. And the thing is, Trevenant is kind of very weak on the defense sides, to which, as you guys can see, this back-to-back serves really do add up on this Trevenant. So I cannot tank one more. I don't want to tank one more serve. Rather than I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which does get the knockout for the lantern, and from this kind of range they will be going for the heart farm. But I'll be going for one more Shadow Ball to get the first shield from my opponent's end. And now I'm in a tough situation right now, because I can go for one Brine, but one Brine does not get the knockout for them, because Brine is such a bad move. It's not bad, it's kind of a low damage move over here with high energy, to which they shielded up that as well, and they goes for the Brave Bird, which lands for massive neutral damage. And the final Pokemon that they have got access to is going to be Walrein. So again, this is going to be a double water line, but since it's part ice and I don't have shield advantage right now with me, so that is the reason I might end up losing this game over here, because I'm not sure if I can tank one Icicle Sphere from this kind of range, because Gourgeist is not that much heavy. It's bit heavy than Trevenant, but it cannot tank one Icicle Sphere as well over here. To which now I'll be letting this next, I don't have an option, I have to let this next Icicle Sphere go through, which do not knock me out. And from this kind of range I thought, okay, so let me undercharge this Sludge Wave if I can get more energy, but I could not do so. So they have their own loaded Talonflame once again, so we should be going for the Flame Charge, and that will get the win for the third battle here in this video over here. So GG's to my opponent, well played. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Charjabug over here. So Charjabug is kind of tricky to handle, because it have access to Discharge, Spark and Crunch. So both my whole team can do super active damage to my whole team with Discharge and Crunch over here, to which I safe swap into my own Trevenant. And since I get the first shield from my opponent's end, I let the next foul play go through, because my thought over here is to, okay, so since I have got shield advantage, I can easily come back with my Toxapex and get the heart farm over here. But I think I have to shield up once, because Shift Tree is quite spammy and very much attack weighted. So now I'll be putting up this shield, because that will put my Toxapex quite low, so I can shield up. And now I'll be going for the heart farm right now. So if they want to come back with their Charjabug, I am loaded right now, and I can easily go for one Sludge Wave over here, to which again they comes back with the Charjabug, and I'll be going for the Sludge Wave. So I don't think they want to take this Sludge Wave, but they do tank it over here, because Charjabug is again quite bulky, because I think it's almost level 40 or might be excelled as well. To which now I will be coming back quickly with my own Gourgeist over here, and to which I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which does guarantee the final shield from my opponent's end, and I have to shield, because they have access to Crunch, which they goes for over here. And now from this kind of range, I can easily go for one Seed Bomb that will guarantee the knockout over here. And I feel they have got one more water type in the back, which again is going to be the Lantern. And this game is already wrapped up, because I can easily go for back-to-back Seed Bombs over here, getting the that will eventually get the knockout for this Lantern. But they can go for multiple Thunderbolts, but that will not affect me, because I'm a grass type over here along Ghost, so that hits for neutral, and I can easily come back with the Hex damage and farm down for the win over here in this battle as well. So GG's. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Talonflame once again. So Talonflame is really good, as I've mentioned, but I have lost one matchup against Talonflame. So I'll not shield up this first Brief, but I can easily tank it, and I'll be quickly safe swapping into my own Trevenant before they swaps out, because I'm quite sure that water type is coming out because they have got a lead of Talonflame over here. So now I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which does guarantee the knockout for the Shadow, incoming Shadow Swampert over here. And now they again have to come back with their own Talonflame. But Talonflame from this kind of range cannot farm me down, because if they want to farm down, I will be getting for back-to-back Seed Bombs and one Shadow Ball. So one Shadow Ball does take out one shield from my opponent's end, and now from this kind of range, I think I'll be going for the farm down, which I realize, and I will be doing that because now I'll be shielding up my own Toxapex over here. But they went for the Flame Charge, but they cannot outpace me to the next move. And the final Pokemon they have got access to is going to be the Venusaur. So that is really good because my Toxapex is now loaded. So I'll be going for the first Sludge Wave that guarantees the first shield from my opponent's end. And now, since this will have enough energy for my next Sludge Wave, so I will be shielding up, and now I'll be going for the next Sludge Wave onto this Shadow Venusaur over here, getting the knockout for it and getting the win for this battle here as well. So really well played. GG's to my opponent. So now moving into the next one, which I think, yeah, I have got two more battles coming up. So moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Pelipper. So Pelipper is again one more tough option to handle because it's quite spammy with this wing attack buff over here, to which now they will be going for the first move, which ends up being a Hurricane, and Toxapex can easily handle a Hurricane like a champ. So now from this kind of range, since like Pelipper is quite squishy over here, so I'll be going for the first Sludge Wave over here, and since I am up a shield, so I have to call this next move, which ends up being a Weather Ball, and really good call from my end. And this might be the turning point in the game, because now they comes back with their own Evermusno, and since I'm loaded right now, I'll be going for the Shadow Ball directly, which does ensure the first shield, like final shield from my opponent's end, and they cannot farm me down. So I was not able to reach to one Shadow Ball, but I can go for one Seed Bomb for a bit of chip damage, and I realized that this is really good for me because they cannot farm my own Toxapex down, because this though it's low, but yeah, I can tank one Weather Ball because it's resisted, and I can easily shield up the next Weather Ball and go for one Brine to get ahead on energy, and easily come back with my Gourgeist to get on energy. So Gourgeist looking to be sweeping this whole end game, because I think they might have got something weak to my Gourgeist in the back, which ends up being the Lantern once again, which I was correct because it was water type in the back line over here, which will be going for back-to-back Thunderbolts over here, because yeah, Thunderbolt does internal damage right now. But I'll be going for super effective Seed Bombs, which will be taking quite a lot of health from this bulky lantern as well. To which now I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb that takes out the Lantern over here, and now they comes back with their Pelipper once again, which will be getting hit with the Seed Bomb, getting the knockout, and they again comes back with their very low Evermusno, getting the knockout, and realize that, and they top left the game over here. So GG's. Gourgeist just sweeping the whole team over here in the end game with the advantage. That's really good. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Trevenant once again, and I'm not sure why people are actually going for Seed Bombs right now with Trevenant onto this Toxapex over here, because Toxapex is very bulky, and this neutral Seed Bombs does not do too much damage over here. To which now again they goes for the next Seed Bomb, which I can easily handle, and I can easily go for the next switch out into my own Trevenant right now to get a bit of hefty farm down, because now since I have got shield advantage right now, so I can shield up my Trevenant, and now they comes back with their Shiftry. That is really good, because my Gourgeist doesn't want to face this Shiftry of there. So that is the reason I'll be going for back-to-back Seed Bombs over here, though it's resisted. But since Shiftry is very squishy, you can see how low does it put right now. So they have to go for the next foul play, which will be definitely taking me out, and they do have enough energy to go for, I think, back-to-back Leaf Blades over here, to which I think I can easily come back again with my Toxapex. shield once and get the farm down with poison jabs, which is fine because I believe they have got something again weak in the back to my own Gourgeist over here, and that ends up being correct once again because it is the Lantern over here in the final battle matchup over here against Gourgeist. To which now I'll be going for the back-to-back seed bombs over here, but since they have one shield left, so I believe they will be shielding up once, which is this case. So if they don't want a shield, which I'm fine with, they will be getting very low. Yeah, they will be putting up the shield and they will be going for the next move once again. So this ends up being the surf, which does not knock me out, and I am trying to go for a potential, like I thought they will try to go for a potential catch, to which I hold on to my energy, but since I have a loaded Toxapex right now, so I can easily come back with my Toxapex, go for one sludge wave that knocks out the Lantern, and one couple of poison jabs does knock out the very low shift tree once again. So that will be all for the video, and for some final conclusions and comments on this code over here in the color cup. This code is super strong in this meta, so I don't think there is a really hard core breaker to this team, but if you have shield energy management really good with your team, you can actually beat it, but you have to work hard for that. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.